Okay, let me know if my audio is coming in clear. I thought I'd go live. Breaking news has come out. Elon has actually sold some of his shares. Now, listen, there's kind of a caveat here, okay? And that's it's not full and final. Do we know that he sold the majority of his shares, right? And let me know in the comments if my audio is coming in fine before I start going on a ramble and I realized my audio wasn't working. Hold up. Let me just pull this up here. So essentially, we got a couple of SEC filings. We got a couple of SEC filings here today. Audio, thank you, Faisal. Appreciate it. Okay, so we got a couple of SEC filings today after hours. You'll see them on Tesla's website. Actually, in fact, two Form 4s. Now, listen, I'm not an expert in reading these. I've read them in the past. I was reading some last night in preparation for today. And essentially what you need to know is kind of on the bottom here. Okay, this is summed up and there's two forms. So I'm going to go through them. Actually, I'll go through the other one first here real quick because it's the first one. So the first one we go through is it's a filing from Elon about a statement of changes in beneficial ownership. And you'll see, by the way, Tesla stock is rising on this news, which I find ironic. But you'll find this is the first batch of shares that he sold in on November the 8th. So it says transaction date, Monday, November 8th. Okay. The second filing is this one, and that's the rest of the shares that he sold November 8th. You'll see here, these are code S for sell, D for disposed of, and then whatever stock price. You'll see as Elon was selling throughout the day, the stock price was going down and down and down. And at the end of the day on Monday, Elon had disposed of 2.15 million shares. It doesn't give you an average weighted cost. So I just did some rough math of figuring out it's between 1175 here and 1135, if you want to call it that. I think I got it kind of wrong because on this form it goes as high as 1196. Okay, but we're not talking a lot of difference here. So here's what's happening. I got confused and I tweeted this out and let's see if I can show my screen. It's confirmed Elon Musk has sold around 2.1 million shares anywhere between should be 1196 and 1135 for a total of about $2.4 billion, right? And I was kind of confused and I said, let me know if my maths are very wrong because I was expecting a lot more to be we were expecting a lot more to be sold, right? What were we expecting? About like 14 million or 12 million, I think is what we're expecting. Half of his 24 million to be sold. So, a little bit confusing as to seeing like, okay, not entirely sure what's happening here. So then it dawned on me, and thanks for tweeting at me, folks. You guys said, thanks, Tyler, how's it going? Then it dawned on me that this is Monday. So essentially what we might be seeing very likely is tomorrow again after hours, we'll get Tuesday's report. If I pull up Webull here, you'll see we are climbing after hours. We're almost at 1100 as we kind of speak. Nice. But you'll see the massive drop that we got was on Tuesday. So Elon's selling only 2.1 million shares on Monday. I think a lot has to do with the fact. Okay, here's my theory as to why I think Elon sold only a little bit on Monday and the majority on Tuesday. And you'll see Tuesday we obviously had that massive red day, right? That 12% down day or whatever it was. And my theory goes like this. Elon made the poll on Saturday. He gets lambasted all the time for not paying his taxes. And, Kimball gets roasted all the time for selling at the peaks. Elon knows this, I guess, when his poll came out. So then if he sold everything on Monday, then it kind of would sort of been like him selling at the local maximum, right? It would have been like very close to all-time highs, like $40 away from all-time highs. So I think he sold a little bit on Monday and he sold the majority on Tuesday. So then people can't say that he sold right at the top. Okay, so I think that's kind of how it went. By making the poll on Saturday and selling all of it on Monday, kind of weird. Selling a little bit on Monday and then waiting for on Tuesday for the rest of them, I think makes sense. You guys saying I got the form backwards. The first form is the options exercising form. Okay, that makes more sense. Hold on, let me pull this up. Pull up Chrome here. Let's see. And this is why I have Gary Black's Twitter pulled up here in case he tweets something out. Let me just see here. But the bottom line remains the same. The bottom line remains the same that Elon sold a little bit of shares on Monday, and I'm guessing tomorrow we are going to get word that he sold the majority of the other ones. Now listen, I mean, Tesla stock is liking the news, and I find it pretty ironic. By the way, we just touched 1,090 after hours. Listen, I think Tesla stock investors or people looking to get in Tesla wanted this almost extrinsic news to go away. This sort of sideshow going on with the stock. Prior to what are going to be all these major catalysts coming up, Berlin, Austin, semis coming out, like we know. Who knows? Let me know in the comments. Okay, everyone listening, welcome. Let me know in the comments if you think Tesla stock has a chance of splitting now, sometime this week or next. Kind of the going theory was Elon was memeing, Elon was conspiracying online and basically talked about how he's going to sell his shares. And then from there, he was going to announce the stock split, which would obviously bring up the stock price again. Where's the oranges? Yeah, sorry, I got no oranges right now on me. This was a panic live stream, folks. This was a panic live stream. I'm telling you, we'll find out if any of what I said was wrong, but it should be very close to the situation here. We'll find out soon enough. But the main point is Tesla stock is liking this news. Elon sold some of his shares. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, okay, listen, you could. Well, yes, of course, he exercised at $6 a share, but I'm just talking about. That's so nominal, right? $6 exercising, or what was the price? It's on my Chrome here. He exercised at $6.24 a share. He exercised $2.15 million, or for 2.15 million shares, right? But I'm not even talking about that because it's so nominal, right? Let's see here. Do you think we're going up tomorrow? Oh, I'd say so. If after hours is any indication, look at after hours, folks. We're sitting at 10.92 after hours. Listen, I find it so ironic that Tesla is going up on the news that Elon sold his shares. I was saying this on our Discord today. I was saying this is kind of like a 4D chess move that was played where now if Elon came out of the blue and said, or if just filed this and just tweeted after the fact and said, listen, I had to sell some for tax, I think we know what would have happened to the stock price. By him coming out beforehand, almost creating a short trap, I guess we'll find out, of people that are wanting to short Tesla, to short on Monday, Tuesday on this, and then him coming out afterwards and obviously disclosing that he's done it. I find it. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I find it pretty funny. Yeah, that's true. Now, okay. Well, did he tweet it out? No, Elon hasn't tweeted anything out yet, to my knowledge. Let me pull this up. Let's see. But you could just tell from the price action today, right? And I actually tweeted this out today, and I said, Tesla price action to end of the day feels like something is coming after hours. Thoughts? This is kind of what I thought, and obviously, almost everyone replied saying Elon sold, Elon sold, Elon sold. I just, I had a good feeling that Elon's Form 4 was going to come out today. But that being said, I was hearing also a lot of rumors going around that there was no selling of Tesla shares, and I just found that hard to believe with the red 12% day that we had the other day. That there just almost has to be a mass amount of shares flooding the market. Which, by the way, a lot of people said Elon's going to sell. It's not really going to make a big difference on the stock price. That goes to show you when you are, even if it's non-dilutive shares hitting the market, it's going to make a big difference. Let's see here. Agreed. Let's do a split, says Daniel. Yeah, I mean, okay. Tesla stock split. By the way, I mean, tomorrow we'll find out if everything makes sense and he sold the rest of his shares. I think it's around 10 million is what we're probably expecting tomorrow. 9 or 10 million, I think, is probably what we're expecting for him to had put out. I'm gonna tweet this out. Tesla stock split. I'm gonna make a poll here. Yes or no? Tesla, is this too vague? Do you think Tesla does a stock split? Let's do this month. Yes or no? Let's do it for a day. Go vote on that if you haven't, or if you don't follow me on Twitter. Okay, let's see what people are saying. People smarter than I. Let's see here. I'm waiting for Gary Black's tweet. I don't think he has it. Why does a company like Amazon not split? Man, I've been saying that for the longest time. Like, he needs to. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Rob Mowers tweeted, My understanding is that Elon exercised and sold 2.15 million shares on Monday. Form 4 needs to be filed within 2 days, so we'll get Monday sale today. My guess is that another 20.5 million shares were sold yesterday. Damn, that's a lot. And we'll see that Form 4 tomorrow after market close. The Form 4 only shows the itemized sale of 257,000 shares. Interesting. So what did I get wrong here? Let me pull this up. So I'm seeing disposed of 2.15. Let me continue reading. Itemized sale of 257,000 shares, but see the footnote at the bottom. The Form 4 is the first of two forms being filed with the reporting person relating to the same event. The Form 4 has been split into two filings. All 50 individual transactions that occurred on the same transaction date, because of SEC's Edgar filing system limits a single Form 4 for a maximum of 30 transactions. Each form will be filed by the reporting person. Okay. Interesting. So, but Rob still is expecting, I guess bottom line is whatever this is showing is fine, but Rob is saying that he expects, or his guess is that another 20.5 million shares were sold yesterday. That's massive. And I guess that makes sense considering the 12% move that we had yesterday. Chris says, Jeff Bezos wants Elon to have the mantle of world's richest. If he split Amazon, he'd take it back over. Oh, for sure. If Amazon split, right? Like Amazon's hitting $1 trillion market cap. Or sorry, yes. Let me actually, what is the market cap of Amazon? It's 1.7. It's probably gonna hit $2 trillion market cap by then. But anyways, let's pull up Webull. Let's check out Tesla. After hours, we're sitting at 1,090. Quite the climb after hours on this news. Again, I find it ironic that we're climbing on Elon selling his shares, but that's just the state of the union right now. And volume, York says was 58 million yesterday. Let me just fact check that. Let's see. Yeah, 59 million. Yeah, pretty much. So massive amounts of volume coming in yesterday. So would not put it past tomorrow for the remainder of the form to come out. So we'll see. What did Jim Cramer say? I guess we'll find out. Charles says it's going to be 17 Form 4s. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. You know, it's so funny that you can go from quite literally sitting on all these options to just exercising and then selling like very fast. Like Elon is, I wonder how he manages billions of, like how he's going to manage billions of dollars of liquidity. Like, how do you manage that? Do you call, like, who's your connection in a bank? Does it stay in a bank? Does it get locked up? Like, you know, can you go to the, like, so many questions when you have billions of dollars in cash. And again, Elon has been, he said it himself, he's been cash poor, asset rich for a long time. Let's see here. So the tax bill, yeah, that's another thing that they say on Monday might happen. Pat, thank you for the super chat. No questions, just thanks for the real-time insights and valuable, consistent video. I appreciate that, Pat. Thank you so much. You know what's funny, Pat? I used to watch, I do watch Smart Passive Income a lot, and I have since like 2012. So I appreciate your work. A long time coming. That's really cool to see you commenting and stuff on my videos. That's awesome. So okay, let's go to Smarter Minds Than Me. Let's look at some articles. Let's see here. Let's read this Bloomberg article. Let's see what they say. Great. I'm not paying for you, Bloomberg. We'll find a better article. Let's see here. I need to know what Gary Black thinks about this. I'm sure he's digesting it right now, but I need to know what this guy thinks about it. I'm gonna put notification bell on for Gary. Yes. So, I mean, SEC filings are not fun to read, right? Yes, Pat, that's hilarious, I think. Tyler says, eat your mandarins. Yes, I got no good juju on me. I got no oranges here. Yeah, I find that funny. Yeah, my Twitter handle is @HeyIt'sYashu. It's in the description if you want to check it out. Let's see here. Tesla's moving up. This is a relief rally that he completed the sale. Okay, though we don't have word technically, and I think this should be stated, I think a little bit, is we don't have technically the word that Elon has successfully completed the sale of all of his shares that he was going to liquidate. I do think the market is pretty much saying at this point, okay, considering that this is a November 8th filing, and it's going to take 2 business days to come out, which I find funny, by the way, that they're coming out 2 days later when they I mean, in other days like Kimball, I think he sold, and then they had the filing come out the same day. I think the market's pretty much saying, listen, we know that Tuesday, that 12% down day, okay, we're going to assume that you sold the vast majority of your shares on that day. So, let's see here. Gary's very calculating with his responses. Yeah, honestly, he should be. I mean, like, he shouldn't pull on me and just start tweeting out stuff prematurely. Let's see here. So, by the way, the results on the poll so far, do you think Tesla does a stock split this month? 55% yes, 54% or 45% no. So, I'm technically, if I had to vote, I would vote currently yes. I would vote, and that's not on based on anything, to be honest. I just think that's what, I just think that's the type of simulation that we live in right now. I don't know. That's probably the best way to put it. James, thank you so much. $10 super chat. Must buy more jujus. I don't want to get assigned on my short puts. Hey, you're good. Hey, you should be good now, hopefully. Crossing fingers. Appreciate that, James. Thanks. VIP member in our Discord, in our Patreon group. From Discord, James. Let's see here. What did I miss? Did he sell? Yes, he sold some. Not all, but everyone's going. Everyone's thinking that'll come out tomorrow. Paul says, what's up with all the orange comments lately? So if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, oranges are referred to as juju on this channel. We consider them good luck. I don't know how that started, but it did, and it's a thing now, and we run with it, so we're called the Juju Gang. By the way, 1094, all new highs after hours. Check this out. I think we're about to pass 1100 after hours. I don't normally do price action after hours. You guys know I barely go live after market hours. Here it is at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But, you know, we're rallying quite literally on, like, we're rallying how we used to rally last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of gap up that we get tomorrow. It's almost guaranteed that we're probably going to get some sort of gap up tomorrow. So I guess we'll find out. Chris, Yashi, what's your guess on whether he sold the rest on Tuesday? Perhaps you could do a poll for that too. Yes, I think Rob Maurer, smarter mind than I, has said that they have sold, or Elon will likely have sold 20.5 million shares tomorrow, which I think that's a lot, but I guess he's got to pay his tax bill and then keep the remainder in cash to do whatever he wants. And so whatever Rob Maurer thinks, I usually just go with, because, you know, he's much smarter than I am. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of these questions, right? There was a lot of these questions around, what is Elon doing? Like, what's he planning? By the way, 1097 after hours. We're about to hit 1100. We're about to pass 1100, folks, after hours. So this is the state of the world that we live in. Elon tweeted like Superman pics and like some weird, you know, memes that I didn't really get, to be honest. Listen, you guys know this. I'm terrible with pop culture. I have zero idea. I haven't watched any of these Superman movies. I know I haven't watched a million movies. You guys make fun of me about them all the time. So I didn't necessarily get what this meant. Obviously, he's throwing some shade at people that think pretty binary, I think, is kind of what this means. And yeah, Gentry says there was that Dice tweet. And yes, in fact, there was. Let me see if I can pull that one up. I wonder if he's deleted it by now. You know, this is what got me thinking about the split. Roll them dice. Listen, I'm no Alex Jones, but listen, man, I'm going to zoom into the dice. 1/5. 1/5. Okay, come on. I don't know. Sorry. I'm not going to jump out the deep end right now, but you know, this is Elon, right? This is the state of Tesla is yeah, the 5-to-1 split. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. High roller by the crystal method. I'm sure someone has a conspiracy on this. I don't know. Pope of Muskianity said, is this an options roll up? Who knows? Hey, hold on. Options roll up. If Elon exercises options, could he be... No. Okay, never mind. I was just trying to... Maybe he rolled up his options. Who knows? I don't know. Let me see here. Quote from Holmar's catalog says, quote, the shares of common stock were sold to satisfy the reporting tax without holding obligations related to the exercise of stock options to purchase 2.15 million shares. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, sorry, folks. Okay, so exercised that many shares. Tuesday, dispose of all of the shares. Got it. Okay, makes more sense now. Thank you, Phil, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Cheers. Let's see here. Snake eyes. Yes. 10-1 more likely. Ooh, we'll see. Look at the time. Okay, hold on. You guys got me going off the deep end. Look at the time. Oh, he did tweet this out at 1:05 p.m. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. Yes. So, okay. Listen, we already know about Elon's famous "the stock price is too high" tweeted in the morning at or let me try to pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. From Elon Musk. Price too high. What time did he tweet that up? So he tweeted that at 8:11 on May 1st. August 11th was when the split was announced. And May 1, so 5/1 was the split. I don't know if this is a simulation we live in. I don't know if this is Elon quite literally playing 4D chess with us. It could be both. Listen, all I know is when I go through these conspiracies, I feel a little bit dumb, but there's some excitement to it, right? It's like, you want to kind of crack the code a little bit. I don't know. I think this is a signal. I just don't think he would be that obvious again, right? If you're Elon, you know that people know that he was tweeting this. I just really don't think he would do the same thing in the same format again. But listen, I'm happy to be wrong on that. Honestly, yeah. Let's see here. Rob says Rob just said he sold 934,000. Are there more forms coming out? Like, I went through the SEC filings prior to. Let me pull up Rob Maher's Twitter. By the way, shout out to Rob. I've invited him on the channel from requests from you guys. I know you guys have requested to have Rob on the channel a lot. I've shot him a message. I don't think he's going to get back to me about it, to be quite honest. I've already said this. I'm team #no clout. I don't have any clout. But I do have news on that front. I can't announce a date and time, but I'm going to be having a Tesla economist on the channel for a Power Hour. And if you haven't watched our Power Hour with Dave Lee and Emmett Peppers last Friday, go watch that. But I'm going to be having a Tesla economist on for Power Hour soon enough. I can't announce the date yet because we haven't set one. But that'll be exciting. Rob says, correction, after seeing the second Form 4, it looks like 2.15 million shares exercised and 934 shares sold on Monday. Okay, so what I was reading there in the SEC filing, this disposed of, and I'll zoom in a little bit, 2.15, this is a number of derivative securities acquired, disposed of. Okay, so 2.15 million, got it. So 2.15 million share equivalents of options disposed of. And then he's saying about 1 million sold. And I'm just trying to figure out if that's on the second form or not, of 1 million shares sold. Let's see here. Listen, these SEC filings are no fun for anyone, quite honestly. Like, who wants to sit around and read this stuff? I used to sit around and listen and like try to read 10Qs and 10Ks for companies. It's just so boring, man. I'll just let Rob do it. Let's see here. By the way, Tesla climbing still, folks. We've just passed 1,099 after hours. Here we go, 1,099 after hours. Let's see here. Hey, you guys like the Tesla economist news? That's awesome. He's super cool. Yeah, awesome channel. I cannot confirm or deny that question. We'll find out. Let's see here. Look at Gary's tweet. Okay, got it. I did. Listen, Alex, I already did in the beginning of the stream. I tried to at least, but it seems like I wasn't right with the way I read it. So Gary's tweeted now. We're just gonna consider this Bible. Tesla CEO Elon Musk filed a Form 4 tonight disclosing the following transactions: acquired 2.15 million shares by exercising at $6. This is what we knew. And then sold 934,000 shares to pay taxes at ordinary rates of exercise of options. And then he goes on to say net shares acquired 1.2 million. As of November 8th, Elon owned 170.5 million shares. All transactions completed on Monday at prices between 11.35 and 11.96. Yes, this is what I got wrong, like I said. And trades automatically affected under a 10B51 plan adopted September of this year. And Tesla is climbing after hours. Implications. Okay, so this is important. One, Gary says, I'd expect another Form 4 to be filed tomorrow, November 11th, showing more options exercised and more shares sold on Tuesday, 2 business days. Number 2, recall Elon has 22.8 million options expiring. So this just represents less than 10% of his options expiring next August. So this is what I meant is it wasn't a lot. So, that was the question I had. And I guess Gary's kind of cleared that up for us. JB, thank you for the super chat, my friend. 45 euros. Wow, new to your channel, but appreciate your work. Don't need the clout. I'm certain if you keep up this type of content, you'll grow soon. It's something great. Keep up the good work, heart. Thank you, JB. I appreciate that very much. What's the Tesla economist's name? I know his name. I don't know if he wants me to publicly share out his name, but I think everyone will find out soon enough. And I'll kind of leave that to him. Okay, so after hours, the market is loving this news, which I find, again, very, very ironic that the market is loving this news. But we expected this, right? We expected the market to like this news. The funny part is now, if we take a look at futures, I'll try to pull up futures. Are futures open yet? They should be. Pull up the futures market. If we can get a really green day on the futures market, or on the futures tonight, and we can potentially gap up quite a bit. I mean, we had a red day. We had a red day today, which was quite honestly much needed after how extended we got for a long time on the S&P 500 and on the NASDAQ. So, that's kind of sort of expected to have. But if we're green for futures and Tesla's rocketing, and honestly, like even if macros is red, I think we should still have a great time tomorrow. We'll find out. Well, so Chris is pulling up Monday's volume. So 33.5 million shares traded Monday. And we know that Elon sold about 1 million of them on Monday. And if we look at Monday's price action for a hot second again, Monday was pretty subdued, right? Yes, we gapped down massively on Monday. But we put in a green candle. We opened at 11.50 and we closed at 11.67. And that was with him. It looks like now disposing of 1 million shares, okay, or close to 1 million shares. And if Rob's right with his tweets, and I have no reason to doubt it, 12% down day the next day almost certainly correlates to Elon potentially selling a good majority of the remainder of his exercise options, of his exercise shares. Mimi asks, can I ask a stupid question? How do they trade after hours? Not a stupid question at all. You can trade after hours depending on your broker. So right now, if you logged in, with Interactive Brokers, for example, I can put in I can buy and sell shares after hours. It's just broker dependent, I believe. Julio says, "What, you're on now?" Yeah, it's not my classic time, right? My classic time, by the way, if you're new to this channel, if you don't know, classic time I go live is for Power Hour, the last hour of trading in the market, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. We usually watch Tesla stock then. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Dan, great point. Shanghai run rate just came out in terms of a news item, and I think that's very important. Let's pull that up. Sawyer tweeted about this before this came out. Let's see here. Breaking: Tesla's Giga Shanghai factory weekly output is now between 15 and 16,000 cars from Troy Tesla. This gives the factory a current 850,000 year run rate. Rumor is Model Y produced some Model 3s in October to achieve such a high output. The fact that Tesla could just run with Giga Shanghai next year entirely and still be flat on year-over-year deliveries if no other factories went up, this is massive. Like, we've said this before, right? No one does it. No one does manufacturing better than China. Like, it's showing us right now in the cost, in the output. It's just great. And so we got rumors in the last couple of days about a second factory in China. I'm not sure how much of that is just politics happening or how much truth there is to that rumor. I haven't looked into it too much. But man, would that make sense? But the problem is countries like India don't want Chinese cars to be imported into their country. They've said that. If they want Teslas in that country, then, potentially they'd want to have their own gigafactory come in. So, we're going to have to find out. And yes, I mean, at the end of the day, 15, 16,000 per hour, or per hour. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. 15, 16,000 per week is massive. But remember, China does close in February or March, I think, for New Year's. There are going to be, layoff, or there are going to be, downtimes in a factory. Can't be on 24/7, but that's still massive, right? Pat says 95 cars an hour if that's running 24/7. 95 cars per hour. That's nuts. This is Tyler says this is past the Ash's bedtime. It's close to it. It's about 4:15 p.m. Thanks, Tyler. Okay. What's the play tomorrow? We're gonna gap up. It's looking evident of that, barring some sort of other news coming out or something. It looks like we're gonna gap up close to $1,100 tomorrow. Will be interesting to see. I just don't know if there was that many front runners on news like today. We did see, if you want to call it front running, in the last hour or two of trading. Let me pull up the 30-minute candles. So in the last 12 p.m. hour, we got a massive green candle, 1120 on Tesla, all the way up to finishing to 1160, so about $40 up. You could say someone new, or you could say that these were just depreciated levels on a stock that is worth a lot more. So yeah. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, Berlin. I don't know. Berlin probably sometime. I mean, I thought it was going to be this month. It looks like there's flooding now. It looks like there's more bureaucracy. Let's say January to be safe, to be conservative. Even Austin, right? I mean, Austin, Elon has said major construction finishing in a couple of months, and then we can have Austin's kind of grand opening party. So that puts us to like January, February already. It's I think expectations have, on my end, been a little bit higher to get it up and running, but you can't really rush bureaucracy and red tape, and you can't really fight the environment and flooding. So, if stuff happens, at the end of the day, it's going to be up soon enough. Q1, probably latest, right? CNBC headline is missing. When people read and don't get context. I'd have to check out what they said. And semis, yes, that's very true. Yes, semi news came out. Let me just pull this up here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see. CNBC Tesla. Can't believe I'm Googling this right now, folks. Okay, fine. Let me Google it. Let me see what news article they have out. Actually, I'm gonna have to go on their site. Let's see what they got. Well, it's not on their homepage, so that's interesting. Rivian's taken up the majority of their homepage here. Let's pull up Tesla. Let's see what they got going on. What news items do they have? Elon sells $1.1 billion of Tesla stock. According to filings, Elon Musk is selling a block of Tesla shares via a plan he set in motion on September 14th of this year. Let's see here. Anything insightful? Maybe that's a loaded question. No, nothing really. The bottom line is the market likes this news coming out because this very likely means that Tuesday was the end of it. Thanks, Brian, for the super chat. Appreciate you. William says, what are Canadians using to trade after hours of pre-market? Interactive brokers is probably the main one. I mean, just from my experience. Griffin says, I have 1,085 weeklies. Would you sell tomorrow about 1,100 or wait till Friday, not knowing if Tesla was the rest selling? Well, I'm not sure if you caught this in the Discord though, but I yellowed some weeklies as well. The 1180s, I think, I have to check my interactive brokers, but 1180s. So they closed at $2.15. It seems like, I kind of played it like a complete YOLO, or I'm gonna play it like a complete YOLO, where I could probably, you could probably sell for a good profit tomorrow morning on a gap up. for me, I want to wait to see if on Friday we don't close it high again, right? Like, who's to say if this news is past us? Like, quite literally, nothing fundamentally has changed in Tesla, right? In the last week, we're $200 off highs. Why were we there in the first place? Well, it seems like there's a lot of front running for the factories, a lot of front running for good news to come out. You know, I'm just gonna ride this until Friday, but I wouldn't blame you if you took some profit, right? Obviously, but you know, not a financial advisor, can't really tell you what to do. But that's my thinking on it, at least. But who knows? If we gap up tomorrow massively, and you know, it's like whatever, then maybe I'll get tempted, but we'll find out. Let's see here. TD also allows for extended trading. Okay, great. There we go. Let's see here. Anyways, great news, folks. I didn't want this live stream to drag on too long. I think it might have. 37 minutes. Wow. Thanks for joining me impromptu again. I kind of had a sneaky suspicion I was going to have to go live today. That's why I didn't go on for power and decided to get some work done during the day. But 1192 after hours sitting up. Let's see how we are tomorrow morning. It's good regardless to see Tesla climbing up 2.5% after hours. And it's seeming like smarter minds than me are saying that Tesla or Elon Musk will file the remainder of his Form 4s tomorrow. And Gary Black has also added to that a little bit, saying, interesting that these trades were executed under a 10b5-1 plan filed on September 14th. So trades were automatically set up before the Sunday Twitter poll results. That said, Elon could have terminated the plan Monday morning. If you don't know, 10b5-1, to my limited knowledge, is when you already pre-plan when an executive or a director or insider of a company is going to sell. So it's not really that suspicious looking or whatever, if you want to call it. So it's just kind of pre-planned, right? And the majority of insider trading or insider sales are kind of done with this plan. So there's that. So interesting insight from our friend Gary Black. All right, guys, much love. Thank you so much for tuning at Impromptu Notice. And let's see how tomorrow or what tomorrow brings us. It sounds like it should be good regardless. Or Tesla should be green. So that's always good, I guess, if you're a Tesla bull. and we'll find out the rest of the news tomorrow. By the way, I mean, all the stuff that I talked about with the SEC filings, you know, if this later comes out that I read everything wrong, trust me, I've tried my best to bring the best sources into this, but I'm no SEC magician in terms of reading these insider reports. So done my best. Much love. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. Hit subscribe, hit like if you haven't already. Join the Juju Gang, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. I'll probably have a video out, by the way, tomorrow reacting to news clips of this. All right, guys. Much love. Take care.